Alright guys, this is it. Today is the final day of assembly for the cardboard wide body Versa. In the last wide body video, we were able to get the wing struts up, but we were not able to finish the wing. So what we're gonna do today is make the wing and then complete the side panels and the front fenders, which aren't on right now. So let's get straight into this. So to put the wing struts up, all I really have to do is tape and more hot glue, but since I've done this so many times, it was being quite difficult, but I managed to get it done. So you might have noticed that I actually put the wing struts closer together this time. There's two reasons for that, really. A, this isn't exactly the strongest thing ever, and B, since this part is going to be coming up into the wing, it would leave a lot of empty space in the middle where I don't really have any support anyway. So now we're going to make the actual tabletop itself. Now all I really have to do for this part is just bind them together with some hot glue. It's just time consuming, but I cut it and then layered it together some more for some added stability. But it was nowhere near as stable as I thought. I don't know what I was thinking. So right now I'm running into a problem I should have expected I was going to have. This is way too flimsy to be on that. Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought. I just found a piece of wood in the backyard. So I came up with a better idea. I just cut out a piece for this piece of wood. You see, the issue is whenever I started this build, it was cold out. Now it's spring all of a sudden. Like who would have guessed that? It's not like it happens every year. And what I didn't take into account is the poor little iPhone 8 that I've been recording on ever since I upgraded from my iPhone 6S. Man, it is actually so hot out here that I literally can't film all the time. Like I have to take an hour break because my phone needs to charge and it keeps overheating. But I need to get this kit done before the day ends because I can't drive while it's on. So in being productive, I took some of the excess tape off and I spray painted this black. So yeah, next step is to actually attach the wing. Actually, we're gonna pump the brakes on the wing for a second. We're gonna skin the fender. The wing's probably gonna have to be the last thing that we do because it requires so much stability. So it turns out I greatly underestimated how difficult it was gonna be to skin these fenders. I thought I'd just be able to stick the cardboard on there, but no. The hot glue is very, very picky on when it wants to stick and when it doesn't. However, instead of getting the nice smooth fender I wanted, I just decided to do it in sections. So I started putting everything together and trimming it up and making the part where it was supposed to go up to the wing that I had been talking about so much. Okay, now you can see the fenders actually coming together and you can see what I meant when I repetitively was talking about how this was going to go up into here. So we're gonna wait to cut this later until we get the actual wing on, but we're gonna need to do this to the other fender. But first we gotta finish up this little piece down here. And it went pretty well until I dropped hot glue on my finger. All right, we got the bottom portion of this fender completely done, and I need to put you guys on the inside. I'm not sure if you can see, but the camera's kind of blurry. I'm not sure what's happening, but the phone is getting really hot. Okay, so you know in a perfect world, I would have just jump cut right to whenever the second fender was done, because I completely ran out of materials. That's just fantastic. You're a lifesaver.
It's me tipping my cap whenever I took it off, so.
He did indeed take the cap off. And with this new hot glue, I was able to connect my fenders up to the wing. And I noticed the angle on this wing was kind of off, so I had to fix it. Oh my goodness, things have not been going my way. So it's just actually so hot out here that my phone literally can't operate. I can't even do time lapses and stuff. But now that it's a bit cooler, I'm able to do this, and you can see how this turned out. Yeah, I know I said I was gonna do super high quality and all this stuff, but realistically, I'm about to lose my mind. All of this was supposed to be one fluid piece, but I didn't anticipate how flimsy that would be. I mean, that's pretty much the story of this entire kit. The cardboard is just way too thin, and where it isn't too thin, it's too thick. Like this over here, I thought it would make it stronger, but it just made it too heavy. So now it sags way more than it's supposed to, like 2 inches. But if you step back a little bit farther, just a little bit more. Yeah, that looks good. Shh. I don't want to hear it. It looks good. I spent a month on this. I'm not gonna lie, I was starting to get frustrated at this point because one thing that I failed to mention is that I literally had to get this kit done today. Okay, we're gonna take a slight detour from the project because fire. You better not burn your hand. I'm getting major, when I blew up the water bottle vibe. We probably better move the gasoline. That's probably a good idea. Bro, you're lighting it over the gas. Oh, okay. Just drop it in there. Ah! Fire. Bro, what the heck? Yeah, after that, I just got back working on the car. In that time lapse you just saw, my phone either overheated or it died. So that time lapse did not catch a huge chunk of me working on the car, which was putting on the fenders and doing some extra work. So the next clip that I have, I kid you not, the car is done. So yeah, let's go to that. All right, I know you guys can't see the car right now, but the entire kit is on. I am finally done. This has been about a month in the making, and well, oh, you can't hear that? I can't hear that either. I forgot to turn my microphone on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the wide body Versa. Well, I certainly cannot say that this is the prettiest kit, and I certainly can't say that the wings stayed together during the first pass. But what I can say is I gave it my all, and I will never do this again. This is about 5 weekends worth of work, and I'm about to tear it off tomorrow, but it's all good. We were able to do it. We wide-bodied the car, and also you can see the underglow that was installed last video. Now, I know it's really hard to see the car, so we're gonna continue this in the morning so I can show you some of the details that I like about this kit. That is, if the kit survives while I sleep. Please stay together. I don't even know how I pulled that off, but I managed to forget the microphone for a lot of these parts. But I actually think it might have broke, because at some point it would cut in and then cut out. So I don't know what was wrong with it. But all I know is that I don't have audio for a lot of these next clips, which is also part of the disaster. And it only gets worse from here. Keep watching. So you might have noticed that I wasn't able to skin the front fenders. I completely ran out of time, and I didn't have enough cardboard. So I really wanted to get those finished, but I wasn't able to. However, around the side, one of my favorite parts is this fitment right here, where I cut the fender and it just goes back in. That's satisfying. Overnight, this fender pretty much completely collapsed about 2 inches further than it already was, and during the test run, the wing kind of fell apart, and I just took it completely off. Somehow or another, I did not manage to get one single shot of the entire kit on the car put together and all not in pieces. That's literally crazy to think about. And at the state that this video is in right now, I usually would scrap this sort of thing, but the only reason I started this absolutely ridiculous idea is because I was really heavily contemplating quitting YouTube. I had zero motivation to post because I thought I was just straight up wasting my time, wasting my life. I need to get my money up, not my funny up. But in the time it's taken me to do this series and all of the space in between where I couldn't actually work on the car, it gave me a lot of time to think and a lot of time to rewatch some of my old videos, and I came across this. Honestly, for this YouTube channel, my goal, if I could just change one life, if I could just save one soul, it would all be worth it. But until then, I'm gonna keep working hard to give you guys good, clean content that you can rely on. You see, that was 14-year-old me with a dream. I had to realize that I'm not just here for me. In just doing this channel, honestly, I've seen the hand of God in so many ways, and I know it sounds corny, but it's true. If you don't believe me, once I decided I wasn't going to give up anymore, started saving for an iPhone 12 Pro Max. Simply because this iPhone 8 was just really not cutting it. I mean, I was editing all these videos and using it as my personal phone. But my grandma, the same grandma that helped me buy this car, or I should say bought me this car, I didn't pay for it, offered to buy me a new phone. I'm just like, cool, that is a huge weight lifted off of my shoulders, because I had worked the entire spring break to get the money to buy the 12 Pro Max. But needless to say, one thing led to another, and yeah, this is a 15 Pro Max. I know this probably doesn't seem that important to you, but I just want you to know, God hears you, God sees you. Most of all, God is good. I'm the Dude Sperato. I'll see you on the next one.